This module is all about exploring the needs of customers, which ultimately is the most important thing. Any role really is about meeting the needs of customers. Now, whether they feel it and they can express it, or whether they need it more subconsciously, it's still your role. There are quite a lot of learning objectives here. First, so comparing the needs of fitness customers, identify the ways that the facility can meet different needs of the customers, then the ways that an instructor can help customers have a positive experience, identify ways that an instructor can build social support and inclusion within the fitness environment, identify ways that any instructor can obtain feedback from customers to support continued adherence. This is one of our major goals. Identify main products and services offered by fitness instructors and facilities. Identify ancillary and specialist services that may be offered. Describe a range of membership options. You'll have probably experienced some of those yourself. Describe a typical customer journey. This is always good to keep an eye on. And explain the importance of customer attention to your facility. So, firstly, explore some of the needs. So, have a think in your head of any of the membership areas that you have access to. Think about what you use it for. But also have a look at other people. Does everyone use it the same? Do people go at different times of the day for you? Do they use different pieces of equipment? Do they attend different classes? And what's their emotional reason for being in that place? So all of these are useful. Then have a think, right, what if you removed all the barriers? What else would you like to do there? Would you like to do more things? If you could go at a different time of day, if you had no financial restrictions, what is it you would do? And you might find that there are growing things that we could offer clients if we could find a way of making them accessible. So have a think of this yourself. Have a think of the specific services that gym instructors provide. In the last unit, we broadly said that we would write programs and do them. But have a look, see if you can flesh that out into a bit more information. When you've done that, unpause. So here's a summary of most of the things we could have come up with. We could have looked at health screening, so we do that by questionnaire and by some testing. Writing a tailored program design. Very importantly, we would do induction and orientation type visits to ensure people know what to expect and where to find things and start their journey well. Fitness test, provide group exercise sessions. Sometimes this is formal, sometimes this is kind of more of a fast class or a little ab session in the corner, all of which are good. Provide basic health eating advice, do exercise demonstrations and supervisions, and then also manage the behaviour change of individuals within your care. Next, think about the type of facility you might work in. So think about these things. Think about a budget gym, a boutique club, or a high-end club. So have a little bit of research, see what things they're mainly meant to offer. So some of them may have pools, some may not. Some of the journey may be focused around the jacuzzi and steam room. Some of them maybe have a very traditional kind of cardio offering. Some of them might have less equipment and more free moving stuff. So see if you can find things like that. Also identify any specialist services that they may offer. So is it easy to get a personal trainer in one of those? Do they have treatment rooms? Do they have varying types of treatment available to people? And you might find some settings lend themselves to that more than others. And then try and find a way of interacting with the group members. Either use the tab on your Google Classroom or interact in some other way just to share your findings. You'll probably find they've come up with different things to you and you can share your ideas. So in terms of membership options, generally you can have an annual membership where you pay as a one-off, or sometimes that is separated, so it comes out monthly. Nowadays you can have a pay as you go. Some facilities separate the times of day you can go, because obviously generally busier in the evenings and weekends, so they try to offer memberships to people who can go at other times, a little bit cheaper, and that encourages people to spread through the day. Some gyms are very family orientated. They might have family memberships, so particularly ones offering things like tennis and clubs and swimming pools often have more of a family membership option. They might have a corporate membership, so you tend to find that particularly in business type areas where your company can join, and then your company there may be an enhanced membership benefit there for coming as a company. Sometimes some have a contract, some don't, so you're not tied in that long, and some have kind of different scales of membership, so you can join as a basic or you can join as a platinum, etc., where you get additional services. So have a look at some of those things and see what you can find out. Also start to think about where you might feel most comfortable yourself when you're working. Here's a typical customer journey, right from being what we call pre-contemplation, or not even thinking about the change, up into their programs. So they'll often start even before this by talking themselves into it and just having a preparation and looking at different options of facilities. Once they've decided to give your facility an inquiry, they will make that inquiry. Now that could be increasingly that will be on the web, or by responding to a chat on the website, or it could be a phone call, it could be they pop in. So facilities may be flexible in the way they're able to deal with inquiries. Usually then they'll come and have a look around the facility in some way. In these days where it's difficult to go physically to places, often people will do that on a virtual tour. They might put a virtual tour on their website if they're proud of their facilities. There'll be some kind of sign up. Usually there are separate teams of people to look at the sign up, and then they'll pass on to the fitness staff who will screen. So screening is a very in-out process. It's, are you healthy or not? Are you not? If you're healthy enough to exercise, that's fine, we'll proceed. If we're not certain that you're healthy enough at that point to exercise safely, best thing for the customer is to refer them to the doctor, get additional checked out, get some of the reassurances in place that they need. Then they can come to a consultation where we analyse them, what they want, what their goals are, how many times they're available, what they're comfortable with, what their preferences. Once we've got that information, we can write a program, we can induct that person. Once we've got their basic, we could upsell. So what that means is we could offer additional services. That could be personal training, it could be nutritional advice, it could be massage, it could be more advanced program, it could be other supportive services or products that may help them to succeed. The important thing here is it should be dictated by their needs and what's best for them. Okay, so no matter what the club's targets are, they shouldn't do anything that's not in the interests of the person. Regular review is essential, so particularly in a fitness instructor scenario, you tend to set one a program for somewhere between 6 weeks and 12 weeks. They will get fitter in that time, so it's very important that the program is reviewed, you see how they've progressed, and a new program is written then for the next stage. So we would then continue to write programs and review them, review them in order to improve performance. So you should know how to compare different needs of fitness facilities, identify how you can meet different customers, identify how you can help customers with a positive experience, identify ways you can build support and inclusion, identify ways that an instructor can obtain feedback from clients, identify products and services, think about ancillary and specialist products that may be offered, look at different membership options. You should be able to describe a customer journey through the facility and explain the importance of retention.